Hello everyone, a very good evening. Yes. So we have Supriya Chaudhary here. Hi Rashmi Dwivedi. Hi Veena. Hi Disha Bhatt. Good evening Aditi Datta. Venanti, good evening. Yes. So I hope I'm visible and audible to everyone. Yes? Good evening Mariam. Hi Shri Krishan. Quickly, give me thumbs up and smileys if you can hear me and see me. Hello Arya, all in one. Good evening Nibha Chaudhary. Good evening Himani. Hello Rashmi. Hi Lakshya. All right, I can see lots of thumbs up. Yes. Yes. All right, all right. So there is no glitch at all, so we can continue. My name is Khushbu and a very, very warm welcome to yet another wonderful session. So I'm sure you all must be very excited, yes, because you have been promoted to a new grade. So how is this feeling? Yes. Can you please increase the font size a little bit? Yeah. A little bit more, yeah. Yes. Must be excited, yes? Shri Krishan, good. Great, great. Vinod Singh, nervous. Well, I'm sure that I can understand. This is a mixed bag of feelings at this point in time. So, I can imagine this feeling when I was at your age, when I was promoted to a new grade. I remember I used to be so excited. New class, new teachers, new books, everything is new, right? Yes. Yes, Imani. Excited and nervous at the same time. Yeah, I can understand. Yes. So, but also when you come to a new grade, you have this thought in your mind that this year definitely I'm going to ace this exam, right? You have this feeling that definitely I'm going to perform best this time. Yes? So let's take an example. Let's say you're playing cricket, right? And you're aware that you need to hit the ball, you need to score good runs for the team without losing the wicket. You are aware of all of this, but you don't know how to start it, like how to go about it. Same ways when it comes to studies, everybody tells you now that you have come to a new grade, so study hard, practice a lot, right? And be a topper. So everybody tells you all these things, but they do not tell you what to do to achieve all this, right? How to go about it, how to start. So this session is all about this only. Today we will learn how to start the new academic year for mathematics. Yes? All right. So first let me take you through what all we are going to discuss in today's session. So first we will start our session by talking about what should be the best approach to study maths. Then we will discuss a few pointers to start the new academic year, followed by how to develop our interest in mathematics. This is something interesting. And at last, we will be finishing this session by talking about what should be what should be our preparation to achieve our goals. Yes? Alright, so let's not waste any more time here. Let's get started. So since this is your new academic year has started, I'm sure, like as you said, some of you might be excited and some of you are nervous at the same time. So it's basically a mixed bag of feelings. I can completely understand that. But do not forget, a new academic year means a fresh start, right? So basically, if you prepare well in this academic year, no one can stop you from achieving good marks. Right? So many of you in the beginning of a year are, you have full enthusiasm, you have full power, but within a few months you become lazy, right? You lose all that enthusiasm. It happens with almost everyone, right? Even we have also gone through this. It used to happen with us also. So then this session, we will learn what should be our ideal strategy, what should be our approach since we are starting our academic year, right? For mathematics specifically. Yes, I am glad, Arya. All right. So today I'll tell you what to do and what not to do, what you have to avoid. So do not worry, we have got you covered. Yes? So please like, share and subscribe so that you do not miss any new updates from us. See, since this is the very beginning of our academic year, the sessions that we are having initially, these are important. Don't think that these sessions are not important, right? We'll be telling you the strategies and all, like how you should start your academic year. So please subscribe the channel so that you get the notifications about the upcoming sessions. Alright, so let's get started. So, academic year has started. So, I would suggest one thing. First of all, apart from focusing on your core academic syllabus, you should explore other things as well. Since this is the very beginning, we have got the entire year with us. We have got ample time now, right? So, this is the right time to enhance your knowledge. Yes? See, even if you study some extra things, knowledge never goes waste. You all agree to this, right? Yes, Priyanka already subscribed. Niba Chaudhary, great. Practice, Prashansa Singh. Practice is the only thing. Moreover, the more you speak in English, right, the better it will be. Most difficult chapter in class 9 maths. Trust me, it's not that I'm your maths teacher, so that's why I'm saying this. In class 9th or whether it is grade 10, no chapter is difficult. I would say these are the easiest grades. But yes, when you're moving from grade 8 to grade 9th, things get a little complicated, but yes, chapters are easy. I'll tell you the strategies, what you should do since you're moving to a new grade. Yes? That's great. Awesome. All right. Awesome. So you all have subscribed. Great. Agree to this, Mansi, right? So I would say explore yourself because you have got plenty of time. This is the right time to do these extra things, because what happens when your classes are start, like full-fledged start ho jata hai, then if you move to other things, like you are googling some other stuff, whether it is related to education only, but that's not the right time to do it. This is the right time to explore different things, right? Absolutely, Mansi, right? So let's get started. So the very first thing that we are going to discuss today is the best approach to study maths. So what should be the best approach? Let's take a look. The first thing that you need to keep in your mind is learn from your mistakes. Yes. See, first of all, it is okay to make mistakes. We all are humans, right? Humans tend to make mistakes, right? It will happen. But you can't learn anything from a mistake until you admit that you have made it. So first, it happens with a lot of students. Even when you have done something wrong in your paper, and let's say your teacher or maybe your parents are telling you that you have done this thing wrong, practice this, you are like, nahi, ye to aise hi ho gaya tha. I know how to do it. And trust me, many of you do this thing. You don't admit your mistakes. So first thing that you need to do it, you need to admit that yes, I have done it. Only then you will be working on that and then you will learn from your mistakes. Absolutely not, Arshita. There is no chapter in grade 9th and 10th which is difficult. All the chapters are very easy. I'll come to this point in a while, don't worry. Yes, it's super easy. Practice a lot, but in exam I can't solve questions. I'll answer to this question in a while. So all the questions that you're asking me, everything I'll be discussing in today's session. One important point, analyze your last examination or test that you have given, right? Let's say you gave a test, right? And you messed up in that test. You made a lot of, you made a lot of errors. It is okay. But what you need to do is, you need to go through that paper, go through that test, see where all I have done the mistakes, right? Note them down somewhere, like whatever chapters these are. Let's say it is mensuration. Let's say this is algebra. That means these are my weak points. Maybe you lost marks. Maybe you lost marks. You did not write the units. You knew everything. You did not write the units. So this is one thing that I need to keep in mind. I also used to do these things. I used to jot down those things somewhere, right? That these are the things that I need to keep in my mind when I attempt the paper next time. Yes. Yes, whatever doubts you have, please write in the chat section here. Absolutely, Veena. Practice is important. So, what we will do is, first of all, we will analyze our test and we will see what all mistakes we have done so that next time we do not repeat them. Second thing, revise the common topics. Now, this is something very important. By common topics, like for the students who are moving from grade 8 to grade 9th and for the ones who are moving from grade 9 to grade 10th. See, as a bridge, it connects the land, right? It connects the two lands and makes the path smooth, right, on both the ends. In a similar manner, you need to identify the common topics that you had in grade 8 and grade 9, similarly from grade 9 and grade 10. Let me give an example. Let's say in grade 8, you learnt about mensuration. In grade 9th, you have a chapter, surface, areas and volumes. So these two chapters, you will see they are connected, right? So first, if you think that my mensuration is not that strong, so please identify those topics which are common between the two grades and first you work on those topics. This is the right time to make your fundamentals strong, right? Yes. There are many other chapters also which are common between these grades. Similarly, from grade 9th to grade 10th. Grade 9th you have surface areas and volumes. In grade 10th also we have surface areas and volumes. The only difference is in grade 10th there will be combination of figures, right? So if you know how to simplify the questions only when the single figure is given, when it comes to combination also you will be able to apply the formulas. So conceptual clarity would be there only when your fundamentals are strong. So first of all, you can go through the topics, you can see which topics are common, identify them, and you can work on them whichever you feel that these are my weak points. This is the right time to do it. Yes? Absolutely not, Harshit. No. Decimal calculation. See, I'll be telling you tricks also when we come to this chapter, like how to solve these questions quickly. Yes? Because surface areas and volumes is one chapter which is, obviously, concept is one thing, that is important. Second thing, calculation. We miss out this thing in this chapter, even while teaching. That calculation is the main challenge that students face when it comes to surface areas and volumes. So we need to tell them like how to approach the questions, right? Ma'am, how do you know I got 19% only because of missing the units? Experience, yes. That's why I know it, because even if you know everything, you know all the topics, your exam went well, you did nothing wrong, you might lose marks in these small things. Thank you, Nivya. Yes, somebody said problems in surface areas and volumes calculation. Sorry, I missed your name. So don't worry about that. When I come to this chapter, I'll be giving you the calculation tricks also, the tips and tricks for that. Don't worry about it. I'm just giving you one example. There are other chapters also. So keeping this in mind, we have come up with bridge sessions. Yes, to connect your new grade with the previous one so that your fundamentals are strong. You have the conceptual clarity. Even let's say in grade 8 or in grade 9, let's say you were not able to, understand those concepts well. So before we start the concepts on those basic questions, then you start with the trickier ones. Let me give you an example. When I'm saying give at least an hour to study and understand a concept, what I mean by this is, let's say, since this is the very beginning of the academic year, only 1 hour of mathematics daily is sufficient. Not even daily, I tell you something. Let's say, you sit for 1 hour, you understand the concept, and then you try out, let's say, 7 questions in 1 hour, right? 7 questions is okay when you try out 7 questions in an hour. So in a week, let's say you study 5 days mathematics. Let's rest 2 days, I know you also need a break. Yes, break is important, right? Let's say, so in a day you did 7 questions, in a week 5 days, 7 times 5 is 35, right? So in a month 35, there are 4 weeks, 35 times 4, that's going to be equals to basically approximately 140 questions. So in a month you are trying 140 questions, which is good amount of questions, I would say. In a year that's going to be 140 times 12, right? So by the end, by the time you reach your exams, I would say you would have tried ample amount of questions, right? So you don't need to invest extra time in practicing more questions. This should be the strategy. Yes, who all agree to this? Hey Fenil, good evening. Yes. वैसे एक काम था, अगर आप पाव भाजी, sorry, I'm not able to read the entire comment. Can you please scroll it? भाजी का ऑर्डर कर रहे हो तो मेरे लिए भी कर देना. अभी तो मेरे लिए नहीं हो रही, अभी तो मैं फिलहाल सेशन ले रही हूँ ना, अभी तो मेरे लिए भी नहीं हो सकती है. Yes. Linear equations. No. Linear equations is a very easy chapter. In grade 8 also you learn about linear equations. That's very simple. Grade 9 also we have linear equation in 1 variable. In grade 10 it's linear equation in 2 variables. I'm sure the students who basically the previous batch, 10th grade batch and the 9th grade batch, they agreed to it. The students who have learned from me, I gave them some very nice tricks. Because generally students get stuck in word problems when it comes to linear equations. So I gave them some tricks like how to frame the equations. And it's basically they all say that. It works, right? It makes very easier to frame the equations using those tricks. No chapter is difficult. Trust me. Yes, linear equation in 2 variables are easy, right? Yes. All right. So this should be the strategy. Every day you can sit for 1 hour, try out 7 questions, depending on your seat. Maybe you will be able to try out more questions, maybe 10 questions, 9 questions. I'm just saying 7 questions is also good. And you're studying only 5 days a week, 2 days you're getting a break, right? Anyways, let's move ahead. So next thing that you need to do is self-evaluate every week. Yes, evaluation is very important. See, when you are learning any concept, let's say, let's say our first chapter in grade 9, that's number system, right? I have completed number system. I have completed 3-4 topics of number system in a week. So the last day, which is basically Friday, or maybe you want to do it on Saturday, it depends on you, right? How much time you want to invest. So the last day of your week, what you can do is you can just do a quick test. You can ask your teacher to give you a test, or maybe your parents, right? So that you can evaluate yourself. Because sometimes what happens is, I have seen my students doing it. When you ask them, okay, I know everything, ma'am, I have completed this chapter, you ask me any question, I know everything. But when you ask the question, you get stuck somewhere. So evaluation is important. Sometimes we do not realize how much we actually know, right? So evaluation से क्या होगा basically, आप जो points आपके गलत हैं, whatever the mistakes are, you can work on it. Again, you have to learn from your mistakes. Yes? And one idea we can use Sunday for maths, like refusing the weeks chapter, done. Yes, you can utilize Sunday also. Yes, absolutely. That completely depends on you. You can make your own timetable. Yes, depending, it completely depends on you, depending on your schedule. I don't know what time you come back from school, like if you have other things as well, right? School, homework and study, I'll come to this point, Lakshya. Yes, I'll be covering this point as well in this session. Am I completely solved a chapter in maths after a week or months? I can't solve the same questions. This question also I'll be covering. I'll be answering to all your questions, don't worry. So this was about the approach to study maths. Now next thing that we are going to discuss is the important pointers to start a new academic year. This is the beginning of your new academic year, right? So what are the important pointers? First of all, set your goal. You should know what my goal is. See, everyone has a different caliber over here, right? Different potential. So the goal would be different. Your targets would be different for every student. Some of you might want to score, everyone wants to score 100%. I know that. But everyone do not want to put that much of effort for that, right? Some might want to score 90%. Some of you might be okay with 90%. Some of you might be okay with 80%. Depends student to student, right? So first of all, you need to know what your goal is. Yes. Once we know the goal, we need to start working towards it. The very first thing we need to do is we have to be organized. Yes. We need to allocate proper time to our studies. So one of the most valuable skills that you can have as a student is effective time management, which you should do from this day on, right? Ma'am, because of school, I can't manage time to solve maths. I'll come to this now. So because see, everybody has got only 24 hours. Priyanka, I'm answering to your question. Everyone has got 24 hours, right? Now it all depends on you, how you manage your time, right? Agree, yes? Even the toppers have got 24 hours. I have got 24 hours only. It depends on you how well you can manage it. Let's say you come back from school by 4 o'clock. Maximum. Nobody would be coming later than that. I'm pretty sure about it. And then you have got your school assignments as well. Everything is there. Completely agree. After you come back from school, you need a break. At least an hour break or 2 hours break maybe. Then 6 o'clock you sit down to study. I'm just giving you a rough example. You sit down to study, or maybe you're attending the online class, maybe whatever it is. After attending the class, whatever you have learned, first, see, every day you will not be studying all the subjects every day. Let's say today you did maths for 1 hour, right? Because generally what students do is they do maths and science regularly, social science and English they do alternately, something like this, right? This is what I have seen, right? Because generally we find these subjects difficult. Yes? That's what I'm telling you. Yes, Imani. School, homework, coaching and BYJU'S, what to do that. So once you are back, you sit down to take the online classes, right? You attend that, then after that you need a little break, right? Let's say half an hour break or something. Then again you try out a few questions, right? It's not that you have to sit, when I have said 1 hour to you, so you have to sit for 1 hour only. It can be 30 minutes, it can be 40 minutes, it can be 1.5 hours, depends on you. Maybe you are very fast and you can be slow also. Depends person to person. Yes. That's why I'm saying maths, you don't need to do every day, but yes, you can do it 5 days, 4 days in a week. Right from the beginning, if you are doing it, it's enough. So it's not about how much time you have, it's about how well you can manage it. Yes. So students who are not organized, what they do is they end up wasting the precious time, and at the end they are looking for notes. Notes de do. अच्छा यहाँ से पढ़ना है ये पढ़ लूँ. So end में, see, you cannot learn the concept in the final days of your exams. Revision can be done, right? Learning of the concept cannot be done. Yes. In time management, I have to manage school, homework. See, it's with all the students, Nibha. Yes? You have to manage school. So, school assignments, I'm sure that teachers would not be asking for the assignments right the very next day. Yes? They give you time. They give you 2-3 days to do it. So, you need to, make a timetable for it. That today I had a science class, I had a, let's say, biology class. I have to submit this assignment after 2 days. So, today I'll sit down, I'll finish this assignment. Tomorrow I'll do this thing. Make a timetable. But yes, do not stretch your study hours too much. Yes? Because your brain also needs rest. Breaks are important. Yes, Gayatri. Yes, I will be answering this. So this was about how to be organized. You need to make a timetable. So first thing that I want all of you to do is make a timetable, right? According to basically your flexibility, according to your school timings, your coaching timings and all. Yes? Himani, lot of homework. So schools have started. Now you all are overburdened with homework, isn't it? Yes? We enjoyed those 2 years sitting at home. Yeah? How many hours of self-study? Right in the beginning. So if I talk about maths, I just told you, 1 hour every day, that too just 5 days in a week is more than enough. Yes. Alright, coming to the next point that we have is basically avoid distractions. Yes. So block out all the distractions that you have. See, make sure to avoid surfing the web excessively. I think this is one thing where you would be wasting your maximum time. Yes. Who all agree to this? Quickly give me thumbs up in the comment section if you agree to this point. Yes, we waste a lot of time surfing the web. We waste a lot of time on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So you have to stay focused. Yes. You need to limit your timings on social media. Stop doom scrolling. Abhi, yes ma'am. Oh, I can see lots of thumbs up. Yes. I only go to school and with the daily practice I got 100 in maths. Wow, that's amazing. Yes. So everybody is doing it. Oh my God. So please limit your timing on social media. You have to do it. You need to make up your mind. Yes, this is something that you have in your hands. I know everyone will be distracted easily. What my favorite celebrity is doing, what is she wearing, where did they go out? You want all that gossip. Yes. Yes, all right. So coming to the next point, which is create to-do list. Note down the daily target and work accordingly. So there is always a never-ending to-do list, right? A never-ending list of the things that we need to do. So the way to manage and stay on top of everything and to limit your anxiety is to make a to-do list. What you will do is, basically when I tell you to make a timetable, right? So you know your goal. I want to achieve 100% or let's say I want to achieve 95%, 80%. Accordingly, I'll make a timetable. This is the very beginning of the year. So once I come back from school, today I'll be just learning one math concept. Only one math concept. I'll be trying out 2-3 questions. That's it. 45 minutes. I'll sit down to study maths. That's fine. That's okay. Yes. So what you can do is, and in those 45 minutes, I will not be using my mobile phone. I'll not be using my laptop. No gadgets, nothing. Yes. I'll only be concentrating on this. Yes. This is one thing, this is one promise that you need to make to yourself, that only for 45 minutes or maybe 30 minutes. Everyone has a different span of concentration. That's why I'm saying this. So every day, and this to-do list has to be created a day in advance, right? Because if you do it on the same day, you will waste a lot of time thinking about it, right? So create it a day before, that tomorrow I'll complete one math topic, only one topic, not one chapter, right? So please set realistic goals for yourself. Don't set unachievable targets. Maximum students do that. Kal pura chapter maths ka main khatam kar dunga, right? We do that. Aaj hi 10 exercises ka chapter hai, I'll complete it. So unrealistic goals set nahi karne hain. Whatever you can do, whatever is achievable, only write those things in the in your to-do list. Yes. I can see some more people are joining now. Yes. Good evening, Adarsh. I'm glad, Utkarsh. That's great. Yes. So what we will do is, we will make a timetable, we will create a to-do list, right? A small to-do list which is achievable every day easily, right? Because when you are able to achieve your goals, small goals, this actually gives you a sense of accomplishment, right? You feel good. It encourages you. It motivates you to do more, right? Maths, you find maths tough? We find maths tough. One reason could be you do not have interest in mathematics. Maybe you're not able to understand the concept, right? These can be the two reasons why you're finding it tough. You are trying to mug up the concepts. That's why we find it tough. Yes? Coming to the next point that we have here is be consistent. Yes, consider study as a daily routine. See, consistency, I would say, is a great characteristic to build and implement in your life. It's not only for students, it's for everyone. It's for me also. I also have to be consistent. Let's say, if I am not consistent, I will not be coming to take your classes regularly, right? Would you like that attitude? No, right? So, same thing you have to do. You have to be consistent throughout the year. So, the key to consistency is setting and achieving specific goals. Yes. You need to make up your mind that I have to be consistent. Consistency will only come when the goal, right? When you have this thing in your mind, when you have the determination to achieve your goal, when you have this thing in your mind, okay, this is my goal to achieve this. Every day I'm going to follow this timetable, but that timetable should not be like, after a certain point of time, you start feeling like, okay, this is something very overburdening from me. You should not feel pressurized, right? So keep it light, I would say. And give proper breaks, proper gaps in between. Yes. Procrastination, we all do it. And yesterday only in the session I discussed it. That was on the other channel, by the way. Yes. My voice is low. Is everybody able to hear me properly? Yeah. I think, Supriya, everyone else is able to hear me. I think you are the only one facing this issue. Yes. Math Marathon, pre-board exam. Sonu Chaudhary, we have done 2 sessions on this, part 1 and part 2. You can watch the recorded session. It's there on YouTube. Okay, Badal is here. Ma'am, math class mein, main hi sabse zyada murga banu. I think you were the only one jo murga bana hai. Yes? Voice is clear? Okay, great. You can hear perfectly. Okay, okay. Great. So we have to be consistent. Consistency will only come when we set small targets for us, right? If you think कोई बहुत बड़ा चीज आज ही मैं complete कर लूंगा, 2 दिन में कर लूंगा, trust me, you will feel that it is burdening, you will get pressurized and you will start running away from things. So don't do that, right? Your goals should be very small. Just even if you have a large target, just break that into small manageable pieces, I would say. Ma'am, after school I feel so tired, I can't even study, please give my solution. I'm sure many students would be facing this issue because after a long time you all are going to school, right? Because the past entire 2 years you were sitting at home attending the online classes. So initially you would face this thing, right? It will take a little bit of time for your body to get used to this thing. Yes. Okay, coming to the next point, avoid pressures. Yes, avoid all kinds of pressures. See, pressure, it could be pressure from your parents, it could be pressure from your teachers, or it could be your own pressure also. Sometimes we keep thinking, no, I have to score good marks, I have to score good marks. How come I lost 1 mark? My friend is getting more marks. So we have to avoid all kinds of pressures because when you're pressurized, it affects the way you think, you feel, and you act. Right? And it may lead to mental illness such as depression or anxiety, which eventually affects your physical health also. Right? Yes. When you are motivated, sorry, I could not read the entire comment. Yes. Okay. So when I talk about the pressures, right, about this mental illness and physical illness, so pressure in students' life includes the test anxiety. Right? So test anxiety is basically, I would say, it's a performance anxiety, which is characterized by fear, worry, tension, right? Even feelings of physical illness in the face of taking an exam. Many students experience this before the exam. They become so nervous. They'll get fever. Their stomach would start hurting. Yes? Their head starts hurting. Does it happen with you also? When you have that anxiety, yes? Ma'am, what do you think about PSC? That's good, yes. If you have this thing in your mind, you should go for it. Yes, if you have the goals clear in your mind, so please start working on it from right now. Yep. Arya, Nibha Chaudhary, never. Chitra Moni, me. Nikhat Khan, yes. Arya, no, please take my name. Vrinda, okay. All right. So some face this issue, some do not face this issue, right? I remember when I was in school, I also used to get nervous right before the exam. Yes. It happens. It happens with a lot of students, yes. So this is basically nothing but this is the test anxiety that you have. In fact, I would say a little bit of nervousness is good because it helps you to perform the best, right? But when this becomes so excessive, it actually hampers your performance on an exam. It actually interferes with that, and this is actually known as the test anxiety. So it should not be excessive. A little bit of it is fine. I heard this many people saying, by toppers don't succeed in life, but lower mark students are topping. I'm also topper. I heard this many people saying. Please, there is no such thing like that. You might have seen a few examples in your life, in your real life, but ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि toppers succeed नहीं करेंगे या others will succeed. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. See, marks cannot decide how successful a person would be in life, right? Success, life में कितनी success मिलेगी इसका there is कोई report card नहीं होता है school time पे. Yes, so there is nothing like that. Stop thinking about all these things. Don't let negative thoughts impact your mind. Yes. Himani is still asking the same question. Most difficult chapter in class 9th maths. Why, Himani, would you start studying that chapter from now on? There is no chapter is difficult in grade 9. All the chapters are simple. Yes. Suhani Singh. Students are asking for NTSE and Olympiad. Don't worry, because whenever you ask for something, you know that maximum times we come with it, right? So don't worry, we'll come up with something like that also. Yes. All right. So pressure should not be there, right? This is something that we have discussed a lot many times before also. Next thing that I would like to say is repeat, create the process, create and repeat it daily. So whatever you have learned, this is important. Somebody just asked a couple of minutes before that, ma'am, whatever I learn, I practice a lot, but when it comes to the final time of exams, I forget everything, right? I tell you something, maybe because you're not repeating things. What happens is, let's say today I learned something, right? I learned a concept. So whatever, let's say today I'm explaining something, you will understand, okay, what ma'am said. After 1 hour or 2 hours, you will start forgetting, you know, a little bit of things. You will start forgetting things. You will not actually remember the actual things that I said. By tomorrow, you will forget, I would say 20% of it. Day after tomorrow, you will forget 40% of it. I'm just giving you rough numbers. And after that, you will forget 50% of it. Like this, see, things keep getting removed from your memory, right? So what we need to do is, whatever we are learning today, let's say I learned one concept, so I'll sit down for just 5-10 minutes, I'll do a just quick review in my mind. Okay, this is what I've learned, you know, just quick review in your mind, right? Mentally you have to do it. So when you do that, these things get, I would say, these things get fed in your mind for permanently. This is how our memory works. Trigonometry a difficult chapter? No, please. This is, I would say, one of the most easiest and most interesting chapter of grade 10th. 10th graders would agree to this, yes? I'm talking about the previous 10th graders if they are in this, if they are attending this session. Yeah. Yes. So whatever we have learned, we have to repeat it. Now let's move ahead. Now we will talk about how to develop interest in maths, right? So basically, we have segregated this in 2 ways. First, at school, right? And second thing, at your home. So at school, what you need to do to develop the interest in maths? First of all, we need to be regular to school, right? We should not avoid going to school. Sometimes I have seen a lot of students who like going to school because they just want to meet their friends. They don't have any interest in what teachers are teaching, right? You should not do that because the discipline starts from here, yes? So do not miss the school. This is the very first thing that we need to do, and we have to be attentive during the class. When the teacher is teaching, please be attentive. It's not like that I'm not able to understand what ma'am was teaching or what sir was teaching. So that's why I was not focusing. Don't do that, right? Try to concentrate. Even if you'll not be able to understand 100% of it, but at least 50%, 10%, something you will learn. So please be attentive during the class. Yes. So you have to be focused. Another thing is, please create notes. So whenever you are learning any concept, please jot down the important points, the formulas. So whatever important things you feel that your teacher is telling, please note down that. Trust me, these notes tend to be extremely fruitful before the exam day. Because handwritten notes, I would say they are the best. And see, trust me, when your teacher is explaining, you are writing it down, basically it's आपकी memory में वो feed होता है, right? And बहुत लंबे time तक you will be able to remember it, yes? Rather going for the notes from the, from any online source or something, that will not help you. You are right, that will save your time, but you will be spending more time in remembering that. It's better when teacher is explaining the concept, you jot down things. Yes. Others, what will you do in life? Depends a lot on clearing your mindset. My opinion, I'm not suggesting anyone. What was that, Others? Yes? How to make notes? Well, I think we have done a session, Himani, how to make efficient notes, and it's there on YouTube. You can watch the recorded session. Yes, because your academic year is going to start. You should watch these sessions now. I'm sure these will be helpful for you. Yes, Anushka, it happens with you. Yes, I'm sure it happens with a lot of students. Please make it a habit of noting down everything when you are learning the concept. Visualization. Like you said, I learn things, I forget it, right? It happens because you're not able to understand it. Understanding is something else, right? Don't learn it. Okay, ma'am has explained it. अच्छा ये ऐसे होता है, ठीक है, ये ऐसे होता है. Okay, don't do that. Understanding means, see, understanding means a concept by visualizing or relating it with your daily routine. If I talk about maths, it's everywhere. It's everywhere all around us. Take a look at this. See, this is how we should be learning the concepts, right? And when we visualize the concepts, when we are learning anything by visualization, you are going to remember this for the rest of your life. You will never forget it. Yes. When we watch a movie, do we ever forget what that particular actor, do we ever forget the dialogue said by the actors? Do we ever forget the scenes? No, right? I remember, let's say, if I talk about any movie which I saw 5 years back, I would still remember the dialogues. I would still remember the scenes because I have seen it, right? So, visuals are the, yes. Thank you, Himani. Yes. Art monster. You feel sleepy while studying. Yes, it happens. I know. Because we find books boring. So, if you feel sleepy while studying, you need to find a perfect place for you to study, right? Maybe what some students do, they would sit on a sofa, right? They are lying on the sofa and then they are studying. Obviously, you will feel sleepy. Or you're sitting or you're lying on your bed and then you are flipping the pages. You will feel sleepy, right? So, you need to find a perfect place for you. Thank you, Pulkit. Yes. So, you have to figure out to study in an interesting manner. Interesting manner could be different for everyone. Like what I used to do is, see, everyone has a different span of concentration. I would sit down for, let's say, 45 minutes. After that, I need a break. I know that my brain is not able to concentrate after that, right? So I would listen to the music because breaks are important. Otherwise, obviously, you will feel sleepy. Yes. Thank you, Anushka. Term 1, MCQ questions and how to solve questions fastly. Once we start with the core academic sessions, I'll give you the tips and tricks for these things. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Nitin. All right, let's move ahead. So these are the things that I'm saying that you should be doing at your school. Now coming to the homework, yes, most important part, you will be getting the assignments and homework from school. So do submit your homeworks on time. See, you have to be disciplined. I'm sure that some teachers might be giving you a lot of homework, some might be giving you a less homework, but what we need to do is, we have to be disciplined. We need to make sure that we complete our homework and we give the homework, we submit our assignments on time. Yes? All right, yes. How to not get distracted by music? Himani, music is a good thing. Does that distract you? See, what you all are not understanding, while studying, whatever distracts you, आपको उसको नहीं देखना है. Whether it's mobile phone, whether it's your laptop, just keep it aside, right? That's what I'm saying. For 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, you would have some concentration span of time, right? You would know it. I can concentrate only for 30 minutes. I can concentrate only for 1 hour. So for that time only, you have to leave all your gadgets, everything. After that, take a break, listen to music, do whatever you want to. But don't take long breaks, right? You don't have to extend your breaks. Thank you, Utkarsh. Alright, coming to the next point, clear all your doubts, ask a lot of questions. What does that mean? Ask a lot of questions. We are asking questions. What does it mean? Somebody asked this question. I do not remember the name, but I'm sure that the next video that I'm going to play, you will be able to relate to it. So I want you to meet someone. Let's meet Hazel. So, what did you understand? Were you able to relate to Hazel? Yes? Well, this was the student version of me only. Yes. Wow, that's amazing. Nameless fellow. Anand is saying, listen to One Direction. See, when you're taking a break, do whatever you want to. That's fine. You just keep humming song. So, there is nothing wrong in it, Himani. That's absolutely fine. But while you are studying, you need to think that I have to concentrate on this thing only. Yes? Thank you, Aditi. Thank you, Arvisha. Yes. Thank you, Jevita. Yeah. So, basically you saw that she is a good student, she is attentive, she is a sincere student and knows most of the answer. But the problem with her is that she feels self-conscious, right? She feels nervous when it comes to, giving answers in front of the people. Even when you know the answer, you are not confident enough to raise your hand. Yes? So, what we need to do is, whenever you have a doubt in your mind, whatever kind of doubt it is, please ask. Few minutes back, somebody asked the same question, that I feel shy. Yes? It is okay. Everyone has a different nature, right? But what you need to do is, whatever doubt you have in your mind, please ask whether it is see, don't feel that if I'm asking a wrong question, if I'm giving a wrong answer, people are going to mock at me. People will laugh at me. Yes? Trust me, don't take yourself too seriously. Yeah. Even, let's say, you did something, did something funny, just recognize that I did something funny happened and move on, right? If you have such attitude, the people around you will feel that you are so confident. Yes? Yes, Vibhu. BYJU'S helps me to ask questions. Asking questions is a good habit. Because the people who ask questions, trust me, उनको doubt नहीं आता उसके बाद. Because whatever question they have in their mind, उन्होंने उस पे वो basically उसको clear कर चुके हैं. So they will not have any more doubts on it. Yes, thank you, Prasun. All right. So what we need to do here is daily revision is important. So we will recall whatever we have learned. So daily review, trust me, whatever you have learned, daily review won't take too long. Not even it will take 10-15 minutes to review it. But if you, keep procrastinating, then obviously it's going to take a lot of time, which I think maximum students do that. Kal kar lenge, parson, kar lenge. Don't do that. Don't procrastinate. Because today if I've learned something, if I spend just 10 more minutes on it, what happens is applying this tip will help you to move the information to your long-term memory more quickly. Trust me, this is scientifically proven. This way things get fit in your mind. Yes, thank you, Vibhu. Wow, amazing, Mohammed Khizr. I'm glad. Thank you, nameless fellow, for such positive words. Right? So whatever we have learned, from now on, we will revise it. We will do a quick review on whatever subject is it, whether it's maths, it's chemistry, it's bio, whatever it is. Right? Manage time for all subjects. See, every day you won't be studying all the subjects. I know that because you have school also now. So you will not have that much of time to study all the subjects. So what you can do is today, let's say I'm doing math, I'm doing physics. Next day I'll be doing, let's say, chemistry and bio. Next day I'll be doing this. Like this you can, make a timetable. So that you can devote time to every subject. Yes. Thank you, Sakshika. Yes. Thank you, Nirmala ji. Thank you, Aditi Datta, for such kind words. Alright, so the next thing that we need to do is plan ahead. We need to create a rough weekly schedule, which I told you. When we are creating a to-do list or something, we will not do it on the same day. It has to be planned before. So take a look at this video. You will be able to understand better what I am saying. Yes, relatable. Yeah? Yes. Thank you. So, you saw that this was the start of our academic year and how she kept procrastinating things, right? She was not bothering in the beginning of the year, in the middle of the year, right? She was just busy scrolling her phone, wasting her precious time, right? But at the end of the year, she was panicking. Now, what to do, right? This is what happens if we keep wasting our entire year like this. Yes. Summer vacation timetable. Summer vacation abhi bahut dur hai. We will tell you. Don't worry about it. Yes. Prashansa, you do that. Yeah. It happens. I know. So what we need to do is, since this is the very beginning of the year, now I think I have told you all the points, all the things that we need to avoid, all the common mistakes which students generally do. And I've given the solutions also. I'm sure that you would try inculcating those things in your everyday life, right? So you saw that how she spent her entire year doing irrelevant things, right? So we need to plan things ahead. So what you can do is, like, what is the day today? Today is Friday. So for the next week, you can create a rough weekly schedule, right? And create a light schedule for yourself, keeping gaps in between. Yes, ample gaps in between, I would say. So this way you will basically, I would say, you will develop interest in studies. Otherwise, you will start running away from it, that I don't want to study. You will feel that it's overburdening. Yes, Prasun. We all have got 24 hours. We need to manage our time well. We need to learn time management. Yes. This is the same thing that I told you in the beginning. From the beginning of the year, we have a lot of enthusiasm, right? We are with full power. We are like, ye kar denge, wo pad lenge, we will score 100%, this, that, so and so. But as the time passes, within a few months, we lose all our enthusiasm, right? We become lazy. But we do not have to do that. We have to be consistent. Yes? Yes, okay. And the next thing that we need to do is proper distribution. Yes. Break big tasks into smaller ones. Because when you have big task in front of you, you are like, no, I can't do it. You don't feel like doing it, right? So what we need to do is, we need to break that into small manageable pieces, right? Let's say Monday, I start learning a math concept. Only just one topic, not more than that. I learn one concept. I try 2-3 basic questions on that. Tuesday, I'll do a quick review of those questions. Why review is important? So that it gets permanently fit in my memory, right? After that, whatever doubts I have, next day I ask my teacher. I'll get my doubts cleared. When you clear your doubts, it's important. I tell you, it's from my personal experience, what I have seen is students come to me, they ask doubts. I will clear their doubts. They will be like, okay, I have understood. After 2-3 days, if I ask them the same question, they don't know. They don't know the answer. Reason being, whenever you ask a doubt, please practice that question one more time. Why I am saying this? So that these things will be permanently permanently feed in your mind. Yes, that's how our memory works. ये आपकी long term memory में ऐसे ही store होता है. Yes, cubic sounds. Thank you. So I'm just giving you a rough idea. So you can plan accordingly your schedule. So Wednesday, let's say you discuss the doubts with your teacher and you would repeat those doubts. Thursday, you learn a new concept. And after that, you will spend just 10 more minutes to review, just do a quick recall on this. After that, next day, you solve a few problems. So 5 days we have done maths, that's okay. 6th day, if you want to sit, let's say for like half an hour or 45 minutes for a quick evaluation. Evaluation is important to check what all we have learned. Right? What all we actually still know, what all we actually still remember. So evaluation has to be done every week, whether it's done by your teacher, by your parents. Yes? Ma'am, how many hours are best to do maths? Initially, I would say 1 hour maximum, 5 days in a week is fine. You don't need to invest more time in maths. So moving ahead, next thing is task. Task yourself periodically. So basically we are taking it one step further. So just don't do the assigned homework by your teachers or by your maybe wherever coaching you're attending or the online classes are there. So challenge yourself. When you think that I have learned this concept, I have tried the questions given in the NCERT, NCERT is must. That's the main book that you have to do. That's your Bible. After that, you can try out some challenging questions from different books, right? Because when you try out challenging questions, one thing is we can check that actually we have understood the concept, right? This is one way to check this thing. Another thing, this gives you a sense of accomplishment. Yes, I have done something good now, right? Because when we are able to solve easy questions, it doesn't give you that sense of accomplishment. But when you are able to solve a tougher one, then you feel good. Wow, yes, I have done something, isn't it? It happens during the class also when I give you questions and you are like, ma'am, please give us the challenging ones. And when you are able to get the answer of the tough questions, then you are like, wow, isn't it? How many hours sleep actually we need? Maximum 8 hours in a day, not more than that. If you are sleeping more than that, trust me, you will become lethargic. So don't do that. Yes. Prashansa agrees. Yes. Aditi Datta. So to stay motivated, we will set small goals for ourselves. We will try to achieve them so that we stay motivated. This will encourage us to do more. So no unrealistic goals, no unrealistic targets. Yes. So when I'm saying, you can challenge yourself with some extra questions, and this is the right time. And questions should be like which requires deep thinking, right? Here comes the critical thinking comes into picture, right? And look for some online resources. You can learn the information that's outside the syllabus. Learning the information outside the syllabus, this is the right time to do that to enhance your knowledge, I would say, right? All right, so now the last thing that we are going to discuss is how to prepare for your goals. So first thing is physical and mental health. We need to manage our stress and exercise regularly. Like someone said that, how to plan, how to manage time. We get stressed out, right? So physical health, I would say physical health problems, health is very important, right? If you are well, if you are healthy, then only you will be able to concentrate on your studies, right? Otherwise, you don't feel like studying. So physical health problems, they significantly increase the risk of developing mental health illness, such as, and vice versa, such as anxiety. And it's seen that nearly 1 in every 3 people who have physical health issues, they have got mental health issues as well, like anxiety, depression and all. You might have seen people around you as well. So mental health, I would say it includes mostly your emotional, psychological and your social well-being. So it basically affects the way you feel, you think, you act. So it also determines how you handle stress. So it depends person to person. So I would say mental health is important in every stage of life, whether it's childhood, it's adolescence, it's adulthood, or whether you are an aged person. Yes. Thank you, Rahi. Talking about the next thing, academics. Be an achiever throughout your academic year. Yes, so our primary goal is to score aces in our academic year, right? We all want to score 100%. This is our goal, right? So to achieve this, we are going to help you. So this is basically the road map, right? So basically for every chapter, this is what our journey going to be. So first we will have a bridge session, as I told you, you learned in the previous grade. So few chapters are there which are common between the 2 grades. So first we will basically, we will strengthen the concept. Let's say if I talk about mensuration that you learned in the previous grade. So first we will basically strengthen that concept. It's basically, there is a linkage between them, right? So we will have bridge sessions, then we are going to have concept sessions. After that, we will be covering questions from NCERT and NCERT exemplar. Then formula sheet, mind map and summaries will be given. Then quizzes will be there, and then we will have some critical questions also, some challenging questions as well. Yes. So these all will be done so that you can ace in your exams. Thank you, Rahi. Thank you, Ritika Banerjee. Nibha, thank you, everyone. Next thing, as I said, this is the right time. So many students were asking me, NTSE and Olympiad, right? So apart from your core academic, from your syllabus, I would suggest that you should go for these exams also, like NTSE. We should prepare for the National Talent Search Exam. So this exam is basically conducted by the NCERT for granting scholarships to meritorious students studying in class 10th. And the motive of NTSE is basically to award scholarships to candidates who aspire for higher education. Yes? Yes, I'll be answering to your questions in a while. And talking about the mode, so it's conducted in offline mode, and frequency is basically once a year this exam is conducted. And talking about the eligibility criteria, so students who are appearing for grade 10th exams, they are eligible for this, and also minimum 60% marks they should have scored in grade 9th final exams, full-time student, right? Also, this NTSE paper is available in both the languages, English as well as Hindi. So you can choose, you need to select any one of both the languages. Talking about the stages, there are two stages. The first stage is basically a state level exam, and it is conducted by all the Indian states and the union territories. Also, the 1 mark will be awarded for every correct answer, and there will be no negative marking. Talking about stage 2, which is basically the national level. So here, basically it is conducted at the national level, and in this stage 1 mark will be awarded for every correct answer. For every incorrect answer, 1/3 marks will be deducted, and no marks will be deducted for the questions which are unattempted. Next thing is talking about the stage, both the stages. These are conducted, basically the exam is conducted in 2 levels. First is MAT, another is SAT. MAT is mental ability test, which contains logical, analytical reasoning based questions. Talking about SAT, here you will have questions from science, social science, mathematics and English language. Duration is 120 minutes, and talking about the marks, it's going to be a 400 marks paper. Right, and questions are going to be in the MCQ format. And scholarship, the most important thing. So scholarship of rupees 1,250 per month for class 11th and 12th would be given. Scholarship of rupees 2,000 per month for undergraduates and postgraduates, and amount of scholarship for PhD in accordance, it will be in accordance with the UGC norms. Yes, any questions? NTSE, National Talent Search Exam. Thank you, Cubic Sounds. राही मैम, गर्मियों में हमें स्कूल से आके सो जाना चाहिए क्या? अगर 2 बजे छुट्टी हो बट फिर 2 घंटे सो जाते हैं, फिर सारा टाइम को. So you are saying, somebody said that it's okay to study at night, that's fine, but these days you have your school, so it might be difficult for you to wake up early for your school, right? So I know that your routine has changed all of a sudden because schools have started. Earlier you had online class, and we all know how students were attending the online class. We all know the reality, right? So what I would say, it will take a little bit of time to get into this routine, right? But I would suggest, do not study late at night, right? Otherwise it will be difficult for you to wake up in the morning. Otherwise it is okay if you feel that even if you study at night, you can wake up in the morning. If you find it's comfortable for you, then you can do it. Nibha, when I was in school, I was a night owl actually. I used to study at night, I used to sleep in the morning. Honestly, I used to do that because I used to feel that in the morning I get distracted by the other people around me, what they are doing. Yes, I was a child like you only. But now I like to start my day early, and I like to finish also by time, like by 8ish or 9ish in the evening. But even if today I have to wake up at night and study, I can do that. Yes. Himani, what about night owls? That's what I told you. It completely depends on you. But you have to go to school also, right? So we need to keep that also in mind. Good marks without studying? Ye kaise hoga? If there is something, please do let me know so that I can also tell my students how to score good marks without studying. Thank you, Paramveer. Thank you, Bhumika. So NTSE exam, I would suggest all of you, this is the right time that you can think about all these things. Talking about the next thing, that is Olympiad. Yes. So Math Olympiad, it's basically a competitive exam that assesses students for their mathematical skills and abilities. And the primary objective of this exam is to instill the competitive mindset in students. So how to participate in Mathematics Olympiad? So interested students can participate in Mathematics Olympiad by registering online to the website Indian Talent Olympiad, that's ITO. And students can approach their school teachers and enroll for the same. Teachers can identify the students who have a flair for mathematics and they encourage them to participate in national and international level competitive exams. Schools can download the registration form from the website of Indian Talent Olympiad. And Indian Talent Olympiad rewards the students for these things. They give prizes also. And talking about the syllabus for this exam is same, which is prescribed by the different boards by the country like CBSE, ICSE and different state level boards. So students who are preparing for this exam, they develop good calculative abilities. So I would suggest you should go for this. So preparation is obviously it will be required since it's a competitive exam, and ITO introduced Maths Olympiad workbooks and previous year question papers from class 1 to 12th, and it's basically in the MCQ format. And study materials are framed by the subject experts. And Olympiad questions, I would say preparation is made easier when we have this Olympiad study material also. Thank you, Meenakshi. Yes. Mera question bata do. Do I have entered 10th this year? I completed NCRE. Now which should I choose, RD or RS? Please don't. You have entered 10th. You have entered 10th and you have done NCRT. RD or RS? See, RD or RS, both the books are good. If you have just started with this year, if you are asking me for a specific book, both the goods are good. RD Sharma, there are a lot of questions, but yes, it is a good book. And I will not say you try out each and every question. You can try out the random ones, right? Yes. Thank you, Sakshi Yadav. So, this was about, that's it. So, we have discussed the complete strategy, how we should start our academic year. I think all the things that you had in your mind, we have discussed in this session. So, do not worry at all. This is the very beginning and we have got you covered. I have shown you the roadmap also, what our journey going to be, right? So, now let me give you a glimpse of the upcoming session. So, our next session for grade 9th is on Thursday, that is 14th April at 5 p.m. We will be discussing number system, right? And for 10th grade, which is on 13th April, that is Wednesday at 7 p.m., we will be discussing real numbers. These are the very first chapters in your NCRT books, right? So do not miss these sessions because these initial sessions are very important. Yeah. Excited? Yes, I am excited too. All right, and we have a link for the in the description box for the free trial classes. Please click on that link and get all your doubts clarified instantly during the class. And please like, share and subscribe so that you do not miss any new updates from us, so that you do not miss any of the upcoming classes. Yes? Nibha, super excited. Yes. Wow, amazing. I can see the enthusiasm. Wow. Circles chapter ka one shot. See, we have recorded sessions on YouTube. You can watch it. It is there. Ma'am, exercises, wala. Yes, we will be covering everything. I showed you the roadmap, right? So this is how our journey going to be. All right, students. So I'll see you soon in the next session. Take care. Goodbye. Thank you.